All right, so time for another video update. My dog just walked away. I think she's camera shy. One thing that I have shown people a lot on videos is my comics and the comic books. I did the unboxing videos, stuff like that. One thing that I have not done before is swag. I've not done any swag. My friend Pete Barlow does G.I. Low coasters, which he says were not an overwhelming success, so I've learned a lesson from that. Thank you, Pete. He also does pins, just good old-fashioned pins, you know, put them on your shirt or on your bag or whatever. I might get into that. I go to conventions and I see people selling pins a lot, and they seem to do really well. I never really thought of it much, but I lived through the 80s. I remember pins. Pins were, like, people had like their suspenders and their pins and their really obnoxious colored shirts, and all the girls had like big hair and stuff. So I kind of associate pins with that. So I don't know. I may have a psychological hump to get over when it comes to pins. But one kind of swag I was thinking about, I finally got around to getting some. Yes, I covered up the address so that my weird stalkery fans can't come here and break my ankles or something. So I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna open this up. I ordered these a couple of weeks ago, or actually almost a month ago. Holy cow, time flies. I ordered these about a month ago, and they came in. So I'm going to use my pink knife, which TSA still refuses to steal. It's the knife I've had the longest. Because of their insecurities, but I'm going to open up this box of swag, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, because it's a surprise. That's why it's an unboxing video. Haha! Not a lot of tape on this. It makes the unboxing maybe a little, I don't know, not as exciting. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Dun dun dun. I am unboxing. This is the box, so I'm unboxing it. And what we have here, this is so cool. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Yes. Random Coyote Velcro flag stickers. Random Coyote. It's the Random Coyote symbol, the little symbol, and I promised a while ago that I would do a video on Random Coyote, like what Random Coyote is, what this little symbol is, why I chose that name, all that kind of stuff. So let me Velcro. Let me kind of get into that. This little cool thing is, like you see on the American uniforms, American military uniforms, they have a flag, a little flag patch, U.S. flag patch. It's actually on the other side. I'm sorry, I'm left-handed. I think in other terms, but it would be over here. So you could put this on a, you know, anything with Velcro or something like that. But what is this? What is this? This is based on a tactical symbol. Different military units have little symbols, and if you've ever watched a war movie, military movie, where you've got all these generals around a map and they're moving these symbols around on the board and, you know, stuff like that, they'll have these tactical symbols. This tactical symbol in particular is cavalry scout. Now, I was never a cavalry scout. I was infantry, tank crew, combat engineer, and intel. But I like the design of the Cav Scout, and it's got the 3 paws. These are canine paws, coyote paws to be specific. I looked them up on a wildlife website and made a vector image, and God, the detail on this is amazing. Look at that. You can see the little claws and stuff like that. The Cav Scout symbol, instead of little paws, is supposed to have little circles, and it denotes that there's wheels. So it's a wheeled cavalry scout unit. And what Cav Scouts do is they scout around, they look around. They're a reconnaissance unit, and they're looking to find out where the enemy is, or they might be looking to find out where there's obstacles, where you might not have it'll be difficult to pass, thick wooded areas, a river, stuff like that. And then you plan your future actions based on what your Cav Scouts find. So I like the idea of the Cav Scout insignia or tactical symbol, because I like to think that Random Coyote is always looking for something new, looking for something interesting to incorporate into a story. So, and I'll get into why I have three paw marks on there. It's not just the Cavalry Scout symbol. There's actually another reason. I'll get into that in a moment. But searching for something new also ties in with the whole random part of Random Coyote. Random Coyote, I'll start with the coyote part. I'm a native of Idaho, kind of a rare breed. I'm a native of Idaho and grew up in Boise. And when I was younger, there wasn't a lot of opportunity in this town. I couldn't wait to get out. I wanted to join the Army. I wanted to get the hell out. There was nothing here for me, so I couldn't wait to leave. And so I left. I joined the Army. I went around the world. I got out of the active duty Army and went into the reserves, and I just kept traveling. I lived in different states in the United States. I visited different states, and I went all over the world. Like, there's the usual places like Canada and Mexico, pretty easy to get to for an American. But I went all over Europe. I've been all over the Middle East, besides Iraq. I went to Central America. I visited Australia. I just went all over the place. And everywhere I went, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love traveling. I love seeing new things, seeing new people, learning new things. But the thing that I learned the most was that I miss home. I like home. I like it here. I like the American West. I feel very rooted here. This is where I grew up. This is where I was born. This is where I belong. And I discovered an appreciation that I didn't have before. And I had to get out and see the rest of the world. I mean, I loved every place I went to, but it just wasn't home. But thinking about that, there's one animal that symbolizes the American West more than any other animal, in my opinion, and that is the coyote. Bears, eagles, wolves, these are all cool animals. You can find them anywhere. There's bears in Europe, there's bears in Asia, wolves, there's different kinds of wolves all over the world, foxes, but there's nothing so intrinsically Western as the coyote, Probably the bison. Maybe the bison would be the next closest thing. But I just really like the idea of the coyote. Coyotes, they get by with few resources. They scavenge everything they need. They're able to live under difficult conditions, and I kind of identified with that. I got by for years without a lot of resources, and then there's the random part. Random. When it comes to my stories, I like all kinds of random things. I like science fiction, I like fantasy, I like comedy, I like drama. At any given time, I could be working on any one of these things. So when you come up to me and I'm working on a comic, it is completely random as to what I might be working on. I could switch gears and do a medieval fantasy, or I could be doing Bohica Blues, which is a military slice of life comedy based on my actual experiences. I could be working on my science fiction action adventure drama. I could be working on anything. I'm not usually a fan of alternate history stuff, but I do have an alternate history thing that I'd like to explore. And believe it or not, it actually has nothing to do with Confederates or Nazis winning their wars. So go figure. So see, that's random. So that is why I am always looking for new things, like a Cav Scout, being kind of random, and living my best life in the American West, like a coyote. So that's that. So now I'll show you one of the reasons why I chose 3 paws as one of my symbols. So hang on a moment. This right here is my military motorcycle. My dogs are going to be walking in and out because they're dogs and they always get in shot. That's okay, I love my dogs. But this military motorcycle is a Russian Ural. And yeah, so it's a 3-wheeler, obviously. And so the 3 paws is kind of emblematic of this motorcycle. And yeah, so there's the tie-in right there. Here I've put my insignia here, my little insignia, on some of my items. I like the way this looks. I think it looks better on dark things. The hat, the tan hat, it doesn't look as good, I don't think. I don't know, it could be because it's a little too crisp and new and the Velcro kind of stands out around the edges. But on the darker things, like my backpack and my book bag where I keep my Wacom tablet, I think it looks pretty good. I think that the color looks good. I wanted more of an army green color. Hold on, let me set everything back here. All right. Yeah, I wanted more of an army green color for this. This green is kind of like a Kelly green or something. I don't know. It's a little lighter than I expected, but I don't mind it on the dark stuff. On the hat, I don't know. Maybe I'll feel better after I wear it out in the sun a little bit. Maybe it'll fade somewhat. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't work on the hat. But wow, I like these. These are so cool. I've got so many of these. Woo! And I'm really excited because this is my first swag. And it's kind of weird to do swag that's like a company logo instead of your character or your webcomic or something else like that. But well, that's the random part. I've got so many different characters. I've got the Bohica Blues characters. I've got the Empires characters. I've got all these different characters. So which one do I pick? But this kind of, I don't know. I think it kind of stands on its own, and especially once you know the history of it, why I chose this and the whole Random Coyote, motif. So I kind of like this. If nothing else, it raises questions. There's going to be some more Random Coyote stuff coming out. I'm going to do window decals, and not just the symbol, but other window decals with characters and figures from history as well. We'll see how that goes. I was able to do this because I did really well at Gem State Comic Con. I made money at all, period, which is like, wow, holy cats. But I made more than I expected, and I thought, you know what, I'll do a little bit of merch here. I only did 50 of them. We'll see how well they go. If they do well, I'll make more. So they'll probably go at conventions for like $5 each or something like that. Patreon supporters, I think I'm going to rename some of my Patreon tiers, and the top tier will be like Explorer or Adventurer or something like that. And yeah, as a member of the top tier, I'll just send you one of these, So you'll be part of an exclusive club of of fellow random travelers, always looking for a new story somewhere. So with that in mind, I'm going to get going. My battery is dying, And, well, you know, check out my book, check out my comics, and for all things action and adventure, keep it random. Hi, Butter. Can you say hi to everybody? No? This is Butter's usual expression. All right. Fine. Be that way. I love you.